All right, this is part two. Excuse the noise. You might hear some noise because my step family. There are some people are on the phone. They're talking pretty loud, so you might hear the noise, man. So you're gonna have to excuse. If you hear the noise, sorry about that. You're gonna have to bear with the noise because I want to make my videos during the day because after I make my video, I usually make my video around 6:30, 5:30 around there. After I make my video, I usually take a shower and I go to the store and get a pack of smokes. And I get my last check, which is September 30th. And that check that I have, I'm gonna cherish it because I know once I go over my book is now officially ready to be released on Lulu. I'm gonna celebrate with the last check that I have. Celebrate with my last check and the government checks I'm gonna get. Get beer, get smokes. I'll watch movies. I'll finish the Loki series on Disney Plus. And I'll make that final announcement. Once I make that final announcement, I'm gonna let my family know, hey guys, I'm done my book. Once I let them know I'm done my book, they're gonna eventually sit me upstairs. All I have to do is just get this for you over with. Because I have the keys. I'll make my billions. I'll make my $9 billion, and I'm gonna get to live the life of my wife. I'm gonna forever, and I'm gonna get to start Sky Source. I'm gonna be starting a film and entertainment company bigger than all the Hollywood companies. That's how much of a company me and my wife are gonna own. And hence why I'm gonna be very strict with Amazon and all the actors. You're a big A-lister and you're worth a nice 38, $40 million for my movie. And I'm willing to give you two $50,000 royalty check for the re-releases, and as well as a two $50,000 royalty check for the posters, which is nice. As in Hollywood, actors don't get a dime for posters. For poster sales, also actors don't get any money for that. Most actors in Hollywood get a flat fee. Some of them can negotiate for the profit, for the piece of the profit, the percentage of the profits. But most actors in Hollywood get a flat fee. Whereas me, I'm willing to pay you a flat fee, a flat salary. I'm also willing to give you a two $50,000 check for the posters, which is nice, obviously. Because you're featured in the posters, I'll pay you something, which is nice. You get like, I don't know, after taxes and your age, you get $100,000 for being featured on a poster, which is nice. And you get your two $50,000 reoccurring two $50,000 royalty check for all the releases. Because it's a good chance in every 10 years, every 7 or so 8 years, I'm going to be releasing a new technology Blu-ray. So every 7 years, you get a reoccurring two $50,000 royalty check, which is nice. Right? And I'm gonna keep saying so. Not only are the Hollywood actors signing contracts for the movie, me and my wife are also signing our own contract. We're signing our contract with Amazon. Ivan and VJ get 60% of the flat 60% of the profits. So whatever the profit, the profit margin is split 40-60. So Amazon gets 40% of that profit. Skysys gets 60% of the profit. Anyone breaches the deal, what? You can sue them, obviously. If Amazon takes more than 41%, me and my wife can sue them because they breached they breached the deal, obviously. If Sky Source takes more than 60%, Amazon can sue us because Sky Source breached the deal, obviously. And it's funny because both Amazon and Sky, because me and my wife are multi-billionaires and Amazon they're multi-billionaires, both of us can hire the best lawyers ever, obviously. But that's not going to happen as Amazon won't breach the deal, obviously, because they know if they breach the deal, I can terminate the contract with them and I can end up releasing it online. If Amazon ever breached the deal, I would terminate the contract with them and I would just release a movie online. I look at it. If I find out that you ever breach a deal, if you take more than 40%, SkySource can sue you, obviously. Obviously, at the same time, I'll end up terminating the contract and I'll end up releasing the movie online, obviously. So you get a flat 40%. You don't get any more than 40. I'm gonna say flat 40%. That way, there's no hidden fees for payments on stuff. You get a flat 40%. You don't get any more than 40%. Sky Source gets a flat 60%. They don't get any more than 60%. That way, the deal is very fair, obviously. As Amazon, I'm being very generous by giving Amazon 40% of the pie. So Amazon's signing their contract because they're my distributors, and me and my wife are signing our. So Ivan and VJ signed their big ass contract with Amazon, the multi-billion-dollar contract deal. Because those actors, even though those actors are signing big multi-billion contracts, Ivan and VJ's contract is like the big deal. I'm gonna call me and my wife's contract the big deal in the documentary. Because me and my wife, the contract we're signing with Amazon is a huge fucking deal. Because me and my wife are gonna make like I don't know, $3.7 billion off the movies and posters. As Amazon and Sky are signing a huge fucking multi-billion-dollar deal, man. That's how rich you ever gonna be, man. And hence why all these actors are gonna want a piece of the pie because they know the real money is the back end profits of IMG's company, obviously. Yeah, all the agents are gonna tell their actors, look, try and get a piece of the royalties, a piece of the back end, because that's where the real money is. The real money is in Ivan and VJ's movie sales back ends. as well as the posters. That's where the real money is. As the actors are going to try and also get a piece of the royalties for the posters too. Yeah, am I going to get 0.5% of the posters? I'm like, no, man. You're not getting. They're not really going to try and get a piece of royalties for the posters, but they're going to try and get a piece of royalties for the movie because that's where the real money is. As posters, they're not going to ask for 0.3% for being featured in a poster. No, obviously, but they're going to try and get they're going to try and get a piece of the profits for the movie because they want to get a piece of that pie, obviously. But I told you, no one in this world is worth me my royalties. That you get paid for what you're worth in this world. Not even my stepfamily worth my royalties. You may be the gatekeeper, but you're not the son of God. You didn't create this universe. I'm the bigger boss, hence you're not worth my royalties. I'm gonna be very strict on that, man. No one in this planet is worth my royalties. You can give me death threats, I'm still not selling to you. You're not getting a piece of my fucking royalties, as you're not worth it. You didn't allow me to make money through your system. What makes you think I'm gonna let you take my money, my heart, my blood, sweat, and tears when you didn't even write my book? Yeah, exactly. It's no one around the world, not even the gatekeepers. I'm talking to you guys. No one in this planet is getting a piece of my royalties, and no one in this planet is worth my royalties. That you're not God, you're not the creator of the universe. I am, hence you're not worth my royalties. No one around the world is worth my royalties. I don't care how big you are. You may be some big actor in Hollywood. You may be the gatekeeper. Yeah, you may be the gatekeeper, but you didn't create this universe. I created this universe. Hence, I'm the bigger boss. Hence, you're not worth my royalties. As if you wrote your own book, you wouldn't make billions like me. Obviously, hence you're not what. Hence, you're not. No one around this world is worth me my royalties. I'm gonna keep saying that. Excuse the noise if you hear the noise. You might hear some people talking, obviously. So Sky Source will be the biggest brand in the entertainment industry, obviously. I told you there's a lot of good candidates for all my movies. I told you for my very unique movie, KJ Apa is a good candidate. Maybe I should choose him. I should choose him for their unique. I think he's good for their unique. I think KJ Apa is good for their. I can have him would be one of the lucky chosen too. Because I'm feeling KJ Apa from my best friend Jake. Because KJ Apa is only 20. He's only like 22, 23 right now. So by the time their unique was be released, he'll be like 36. He'll be like in his mid 30s. He'll be like 36 years old, whatever it is. He'll be 36, 37 years old. He's pretty young. Whereas Zac Efron is a good count, but Zac Efron will be in his late 40s by the time they're unique. Zac Efron's like in his mid 30s now. He's like 34 around there. So their unique is 14 years from now. He'll be like in his he'll be like 46, 47. Yeah, he's too old. And he's kind of out of the picture. Sorry, Zac Efron. I would have considered you, but KJ Apa, because he's young, he's only like 23 years old. In a good 14 years from now, because their unique will be released in a good like 14 years from now. KJ Apa will be in his mid 30s, and I want the actor for Jake. I want the actor for Jake to be what? I want the actor for Jake to be in his early 30s to mid 30s. I don't want him to be in his 40s because I want it out because the actor I'm going to be playing Josh. I'm going to be 30 years old forever, pretty much, because I want my best friend to be in his 30s. I don't want my best friend to be old, to be in his 40s. No, I want my best friend to be in his 30s. Hence, KJ Apa is a good candidate for. You know what? I'll have KJ Apa. You know what? KJ Apa. I'll have him be casted for Jake. So KJ Apa, if you're watching this, you're the lucky one. I'll have you chosen for the actor for Jake. I think he's good for Jake. I'll have KJ Apa be chosen for what? For the character of Jake, my best friend in their unique, obviously. As KJ Apa is obviously the lucky chosen one too, obviously. So I not only have the actors chosen for Zanis, I have the actors chosen for the two actors chosen for Organization movie, and I have one actor chosen for their unique. So KJ Apa, he'll be chosen for he'll be Jake in my very unique movie. Hence, you're fucking lucky, obviously. And I guarantee you, when you watch this video, he'll be joining for joy. Oh my god, I'm one lucky chosen one. Yeah, man. KJ Apa, I'll have him chosen as my best friend Jake for the very unique movie. I think he's good for that movie. And I'll pay him a nice. He's a B-list actor. Pay him a nice 2.7 million. It's a smaller budget. We'll pay him a nice $2.7 million for the role. And Jake is a major character. Will be a major character in the story, obviously. They're unique, obviously. So KJ Apa, if you're watching, you're the lucky chosen one. I'm choosing you for my best friend Jake for my very unique movie, obviously. I would have chosen Zac Efron, but Zac Efron will be too old. I don't want the actor for Jake to be in his 40s. I want him to be in his 30s. As KJ Apa, he's a lucky chosen one for their unique, obviously. So all the actors who were chosen for my movies, they're obviously the lucky ones because they're all going to get the experience. So KJ Apa is going to get to experience the international fame with me and my wife for a movie. You're looking at crazy fame for their unique, man. It looks like fucking crazy, obviously. It's KJ Appa's a lucky chosen one, obviously. And I'll pay him a nice 2.5 because Rivendell is a hit show. Rivendell is a hit. Rivendell is on the CW, but it's a hit show though. So for someone like KJ Appa, you can pay him 2.7. Pay him 2.7. I don't know. I can even pay him 3 million. Pay him 3 million for the role, which is nice, obviously. I'll pay him a nice $3 million for the role, which is nice for a fucking B-list actor. And he also gets a 300 gas card. He'll get spoiled. He gets flown by private jet. The doc team will be filming him, and obviously after they're unique, he's obviously gonna have a successful career too. Obviously, so KJ Appa, if he's in my movie, he's obviously after they're unique, he's obviously gonna become a rising star or an A-list actor. He's also gonna have a successful career. As all the actors chosen for my movies, they're all either gonna be rising stars or A-list actors. They're all gonna have successful careers in the future. Obviously, that's all the actors chosen for my movies. They're all you guys can see the future. You know who I'm gonna choose. All the actors chosen for all my movies are obviously the lucky chosen ones. They're going to be saved, and they're going to get to experience the international fame with Ivan and Vijay, with King Ivan and Queen Vijay. And he's perfect for the role of Jake. He'll be playing the role of Jake as my best friend in the movie, obviously. Right? And Jake is envious of obviously what Josh and Don's relationship. I don't know who I want to cast for everyone else for their unique. The only person I have chosen is KJ Appa for their unique. I only have those two actors chosen for the organization movie. I told you Samuel Jackson is a good candidate for one of the bosses. He'll be in his early 80s by the time I film the organization movie, but Samuel Jackson is a good candidate for one of the bosses in the organization movie. He's perfect for one of the bosses. He's a good chance he might be in that movie. Keanu Reeves might be good for one of the hitmen. Obviously. The problem is that if you have Samuel Jackson and Keanu Reeves, those actors are going to cost me a lot of money, man. They're a big cut on your budget. And you got to really, really be. Hence why I'm putting a bit more. I'm putting 680 towards the movie. Because I have to have room to pay all these actors a lot of money, obviously, right? But Keanu Reeves is a good candidate for one of the hitmen. Scarlett Johansson is a good candidate for one of the hitmen, obviously. But these actors are very, very expensive. I can't have any more than 3 big ones, man. Otherwise, they're going to really, really affect my budget, obviously. You have to balance it with smaller ones. The small aces are cheaper, obviously, right? Because you have a guy like Keanu Reeves and Samuel Jackson in the organizational movie, that's like 78, that's like 76, 80 million in your budget, man. That you got to watch out. And you also have the Paul Bettany, the guy for chosen for organizational movie. I'm paying him like 12 million. I'll pay him 11 million. You got to watch for your budget. I'll pay him 11 million. 11 million is good enough. Well, I can pay him 12. I'll pay him 12 million. I'm not going any harder than 12 million for him. If he's greedy, I'm like, look, man, I'm not going any harder than 12 million for you. That's good enough. That's good enough money, obviously. Which is $12 million is like 9 million in American, so it's a nice fucking paycheck. And the other chosen actor, I'll pay him a nice 5 million. And all the other actors for organization where you got to send your roles. I told you, Keanu Reeves and Samuel Jackson are really good candidates, but I don't know who I want to cast for that movie. Samuel Jackson is good for one of the bosses, and Keanu Reeves is good for one of the hitmen, obviously. And Will Smith, there's a good chance he's good for the Hidden Vampire movie. He's very good for the Hidden Vampire movie. Obviously. But I don't know who I want to cast. I don't want to choose actors. I don't want to choose. Some actors I'm tempted to choose, but there's other actors who are also good for the role, obviously. The only actors I have chosen are the actors for Zanus, the 2 actors chosen for the organization movie, and the 1 actor chosen for their unique. I'll have KJ Appa chosen for their unique. And I don't have anyone else chosen. And all you actors are gonna have to send your reels, man. As the actors who are chosen for my movie, they're the lucky ones, obviously. As they don't have to audition, they're gonna be saved, and they're gonna get to experience the international fame. As I guarantee KJ App is joining for joy. Oh my God, Ivan has me chosen for their unique. Yeah, man, he's lucky one. Yeah, you're lucky, man. I have you chosen for my movie, and once you watch this video, you can jump for joy, celebrate. As you're gonna be the lucky chosen who's gonna get to experience the international fame with Ivan and Vijay, man. Something crazy, something crazier than what you get for all these Hollywood actors, obviously. But something tells me Samuel Jackson's good for the boss, man, for their organization. Where I can have him be one of the bosses, and then Keanu Reeves is also good for one of the hitmen, obviously. I can have him chosen to be one of the hitmen, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to choose my. I only have two actors chosen for organization movie. You have to send your reels. One actor chosen for their unique, and the actors chosen for Zane's, and that's it, man. Everyone else, those actors are lucky; they don't have to audition. It was everyone else. You have to send in your reels, man. That's how it works, man. You have to send in your reels, honestly. But something tells me Will Smith is good for the Hidden Vampire movie, man. Should I have him chosen? I'm thinking of having Will Smith be the captain on the boat for the Hidden Vampire movie. I'll have him be the captain on the. I'll have him be the captain on the boat for that movie, obviously. But there's other good candidates too, though. That's why I don't want to choose it. Will Smith will be in his early 70s by the Hidden Vampire movie. He'll still be pretty young, but he's good for that movie too. He's really good for the Hidden Vampire movie. But I don't know if I want to have him chosen though. There's a good chance Will Smith. He might be cast for the Hidden Vampire movie. I'll have him be the captain on the boat, and he'll be surviving in the island with me and my wife, obviously. I'll pay him a nice $40 million for that movie. $40 million for that movie if he's chosen. Again, I don't know who I'm choosing. You have to send your reels, guys. I only have certain actors. The actors who I chose are the actors who I really, really want for my movie because they're perfect for the role. Whereas everyone else, you have to send your reels. That's how it works. So all the ones who are chosen, they're the lucky ones. They don't have to audition. Their agents, I give their agents, and their agents will call my office, tell them that they'll be, congratulate them, tell them they're going to be cast in the role. Whereas everyone else, you have to send your reels. But I told you, Will Smith is good for the Hidden Vampire movie. There's a good chance I might cast him. Not 100% I'm going to cast him, but there's a good chance I might cast him for my Hidden Vampire movie. I'll have him be one of the captain on the boat. And then Keanu Reeves and Samuel Jackson and Scarlett Johansson are good candidates. Those I might have those three people be the three big A-listers for my organization movie. I can have Samuel Jackson be what? Be the boss of the company. That guy who recruited me, wife, he's one of the bosses too, obviously, Paul Bettany. And I can have Keanu Reeves and Scarlett Johansson be one of the hitmen, obviously. One of the trainers, one of the people, one of the top workers in the company, and also one of the hitmen. I can have them be one of the hitmen. But again, I don't know who I want to have. There's a good chance I might cast those three people. The three top A-listers from organization, I might have those three people chosen for the organization movie. Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Samuel Jackson. I'll have those three people chosen for the organization. It's a good chance I'll have them chosen. But again, I only have two actors chosen for organization movie. Everyone else you have to send your reels, man. That's how it works. But there's a good chance I'm going to cast Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, and Samuel Jackson as the three main lead people, obviously. But again, there's other good candidates out there too. Hence you guys are gonna have to send your reels, obviously. You have to send your reels. There's a lot of good Hollywood actor candidates out there, obviously. Right? And that's how top. And all these actors, of KJ Appa, once he finishes filming, he's also gonna beg his ass off. We might be signing him because Hollywood's Skies versus Bird in Hollywood. At the same time, he experienced success and fame. He was saved, and I paid him his $3 million. I'm willing to pay him a nice $3 million because Rivendell's a hit show, a very very big hit show in CW. I can pay him a nice $3 million for the role, which is nice, obviously. And he'll obviously beg his ass off once film is completed for their unique too, obviously. All the actors chosen for our movies are all going to beg their asses off because Sky Source is a better company. He'll get spoiled at the buffet. There's no training for their unique, but he'll be doing the table reads. He'll be staying in a hotel doing the table reads. He gets his $3,500 gas card, and he'll be saved, obviously, and he'll be famous. He'll be as their unique. You're looking at crazy buzz for that movie, man. You're looking at fucking crazy buzz, especially for the woman. You're looking at crazy buzz for that movie. Obviously. Hence why all the actors who are chosen. You guys already know all the actors who were chosen for my movie. You can see the future. All the actors who were chosen for my 5 movies are all going to be very lucky, as they're all going to get to experience success and fame with Iron Beach. They're going to get paid their $3 millions, and they're going to be what? They're going to be what? Successful. They're going to have successful careers in Hollywood. But even then, even though they know they're going to have successful careers in Hollywood, they're still going to beg because they'd rather work for me than be a dirty slave than work in Hollywood, obviously. They're all going to beg, Ivan, please, I just want to work for you. I don't want to work in Hollywood, I can't stand Hollywood. Your company's so much better in Hollywood. I made my $3 millions. I got my freedom. I got spoiled. Your company's so much better in Hollywood. They're all going to beg you like you sound. Look, man. You're good for this movie, but you're not good for the other movies, obviously. And I told you, there's a 70% chance I'm gonna cast Will Smith as one of the captains for my Hidden Vampire movie. That's like 18, 17, 18 years from now. 16, 18 years from now, whatever it is. And there's a good chance I'm going to cast Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, and Samuel Jackson as the three big A-listers for my organization. And have Scarlett Johansson be one of the trainers and one of the hitmen. And have Keanu Reeves be one of the hitmen and the trainers. And I can have Samuel Jackson be the big boss. Have that Paul Bettany be what? One of the recruiter and as well as one of the bosses too, obviously. Those are good casts. But I told you, you have to send your... I'm not sure who I want to cast. I only have 2 actors chosen. Everyone else has to send their reels, obviously. I only have actors chosen for... I only have 1 actor chosen for Very Unique, 2 actors chosen for Organization Movie, and the actors I mentioned chosen for Zanes, and that's it. Everyone else, you have to send your reels, obviously. And so those actors chosen are fucking lucky, obviously. And that's why Scorsese will be the best brand in the entertainment industry, obviously. And something tells me Leonardo DiCaprio was good for the Western Gangster movie. But the Western Gangster movie is like 24 years from now. Leonardo DiCaprio's in his mid-40s, so by then he'll be what? He'll be like pushing 70. He'll be like 69, 68, 70 years old around there, which is still pretty young. Like Will Smith will be in his early 70s by the time I do the Hidden Valley movie. He'll be in his late 60s to early 70s. When you're in your early 70s, you're still pretty strong. Hence, Will Smith. I'm not kidding around. Something tells me he's good for the Hidden Vampire movie as one of the captain on the boat. But I don't have any actors chosen for that movie. You're gonna have to send your reels, man. That's how it works, man. As all these actors are gonna try and die to be in my movie. Before I grow old and die, I want to experience success and fame with Ivan and Vijay before I grow old and die. Hence why Samuel Jackson, he's good for what the organization movie, because by the time I film the organization movie, he'll be in his early 80s. Hence, the guy isn't getting any younger. Hence why there's a good chance I'm going to cast him as one of the big bosses. And Keanu Reeves will be what? Keanu Reeves will be pushing 70 by the time I cast him for the organization. If he's cast for the organization, all these guys are going to be aging. Hence why what? You need to what? But again, I don't have all your Hollywood actors. You're going to have to send your roles. I don't have anyone chosen for my friend, obviously. And if you're casted, whoever's chosen, you are the lucky chosen, obviously. And whereas all the other Hollywood actors are all left behind, and they're not saved, obviously. And they're all dirty slaves in the Hollywood system, obviously. Making their dirty millions, right? Right? And the photographers I want on board, I want the photographers who worked for what? For the, who took pictures for the magazine. So the photographers who took pictures for Kendall Jenner's Vogue magazine are one of those photographers. I only need 3. 3 photographers is enough. And 3 photographers is more than enough. They're going to be doing all the shoots. So the ad shoots feature on the website, the posters, the 4K Blu-ray case covers, as well as the red carpet pictures. The photographer is responsible for taking all those pictures, obviously, as well as the ad billboard pictures that I'm gonna hang in front of my building. And I might hang a few billboards around the city too, maybe 2 or 3 around the city. I don't have to do that. But I might consider doing that. But I'm gonna hang a billboard in front of my building every time I do the ad shoots. That's top notch. And those actors, the main actors are all featured on the ad shoots, on the website, featured on the posters, and they're featured on the 4K Blu-ray case covers. The major actors, obviously. Hence why you hire the best photographers. That way you get unheard of pictures. Hire the best graphic designers. I only want the ones who work for one of the big 5 to edit your pictures. You gotta hire a good web designer. That way you he codes an amazing. You know how Netflix has a top high-end website? Well, think of something like Netflix. Something top notch like Netflix. Not the template is not like Netflix. No, because Netflix you watch movies online. My company you'll be purchasing. You'll see like an Amazon ad of the 4K Blu-ray case movie. You click on the ad and it directs you to the Amazon website. It'll be something like that. But you know how Netflix you have top notch ad pictures, top notch. It's very professional. You're looking at some of the ad from my SkySource company website. Something unheard of. Hence why you got to hire the best of the best, man. Hire the best web designer who worked in Hollywood, one of the big 5. Hire the best graphic designers who worked in Hollywood, obviously. And then you hire the best 3 photographers who worked in Hollywood. The ones who worked for the big thing. The photographers who took pictures for Kendall Jenner is like the top model in the world. The photographers who took pictures for Vogue magazine, there's a mosquito in the house. You can hire. Give me a second. I got the mosquito. It was a fruit flyer mosquito. I got the mosquito. Kendall Jenner is considered like the top, like one of the highest top ranked models in the world. You can hire photographers who took pictures for her in magazines to work for your company. As I guarantee you, the photographers who work for those magazine companies get like $120,000. Whereas I'm willing to pay you 350 grand. And I'm willing to pay the web designers and the graphic designers 300K, which is nice, obviously. And they also get their $2,000 gift card. Yes, everyone who works for my company, they're all going to work really hard for me, obviously. And the head chefs, Eric Chong, who was on MasterChef Canada, there's a 70% chance I'm going to give him a call and he's going to be one of my head chefs for my company, obviously. Because the guy's very young, he's only 30 years old. By the time I hire him, he'll be in his early 30s. And so he'll be working for my company until he's in his early 70s. And then once he hits his early 70s, I'll retire him. But there's a good chance even after 40 years, he's gonna want to work for my company. Ivan, man, I still want to work for my look, man. You're getting old. I recommend you retire. So if I do end up hiring him, he'll be working for my company for four plus decades, man. And so he'll be saved for 40 plus years. He'll be experienced. He'll be cooking for all my movies for 40 plus years, obviously. I told you my phase one for my company. I have my all my phases for all my movies are gonna be divided into 5 movies at a time. So phase one is 5 movies. Phase two is another 5 movies. And then phase three is another 5 movies. So all my phases, I'm gonna do 5 movies at a time. After I do those 5 movies, I am done I am done the phase, obviously. So phase one is Last Hope for Zanus, the Great Escape organizational movie. They're unique, obviously. The Hidden Vampire movie, the Western Gangster movie, and that ends phase one, 25-year plan. And then phase two, I'm thinking the Miles Morales trilogy, Spider-Man trilogy. I'm thinking of purchasing the rights of Hollywood for the Miles Morales Spider-Man. I'm thinking of doing that, a Spider-Man Miles Morales series, 3 movies, and then I'll do another 2 movies after that. I don't know what movies I'm gonna do. Another 2 movies after that, and that ends phase two, obviously. And by that time, you're looking at like 2065. You're looking at a long time from now. But for now, I have 5 movies. And after those 5 movies, I'm gonna talk over my wife what kind of other movies we want to do, obviously. Obviously, right? There's a good chance I'm thinking of purchasing the rights of Hollywood for Spider-Man Miles Morales. It'll have me as Spider-Man. I'll have VJ be my girlfriend in the movie. So a black Spider-Man movie. Because Miles Morales is black, right? So I'm thinking of doing a black Spider-Man with Miles Morales. Purchase the rights of Hollywood. I'll do a black Miles Morales Spider-Man trilogy, which is pretty cool. And for those movies, I'll make those movies for a good, like, I don't know, $550, $600 million. We're gonna get an unheard of Spider-Man movie. Because if you think these Spider-Man movies that came out in Hollywood are good, these movies are all made for, like, I don't know, $200 million. Imagine putting like $600 million towards a Spider-Man Miles Morales movie. We're looking at something unheard of. An unheard of Spider-Man Miles Morales movie. Obviously. Mark Wahlberg is also a good. I'm thinking Mark Wahlberg is also good for the Hidden Vampire movie too. I can have him be one of the people on the boat. Mark Wahlberg, I'm thinking he's pretty good for the Hidden Vampire movie too, obviously. And Leonardo DiCaprio is good for what? For the Western Gangster movie. But he'll be older by then. He'll be like late 60s, early 70s. But Leonardo DiCaprio is a good candidate for my Western Gangster movie. Mark Wahlberg is also a good candidate for what? For my Hidden Vampire movie too. I can have him be one of the people on the boat surviving. I can have him be one. I don't know. There are a few couples on the boat. I can have him be one of the few couples on the boat. He's also surviving on the island with me and my wife. And Will Smith is a good candidate. There's a 70% chance Will Smith will be cast for the Hidden Vampire movie for one of the captains. I'll have him be the captain on the boat, and he survives. And you and all. You're looking at an amazing movie for that. You find out that there's a hidden vampire. You know how something like King Kong, there's vampires on the island. That movie will be like 16 plus. I'll have it be 16 plus. There's these creepy vampires. Remember 30 Days a Night when you had these creepy vampires? You have these creepy vampires on the island, and me and my wife were a couple. We got married, and you have these other people on the boat that you're all surviving in the island. You're listening top notch. Looking at an amazing movie for that. That movie I'll make for a good $550 million. $600 million. I'm not going to go any higher than $600 million for that movie. You're looking at top notch movie for that. And whoever's chosen, again, I don't know who I'm choosing for that movie, but whoever's chosen, there's a good chance Will Smith might be chosen for that movie. You guys can see the future. Whoever's chosen, they are the lucky few as they're going to get to experience the international fame with Ivan and EJ for what? For the 5 movies, obviously. As all my 5 movies are all going to have crazy, crazy worldwide buzz. Zayas will have the strongest buzz because Zayas is a unique story. But all of my movies are gonna have crazy, crazy, crazy worldwide budget. Like, this is something fucking crazy, man. Their Unique will have crazy worldwide buzz. If you thought Twilight had crazy buzz, if you thought Titanic had crazy buzz, for Their Unique, you're looking at crazy, crazy buzz, as it's a love story with Ivan and VJ. It looks something top notch. And for that movie, my idea is Josh has this big like lumberjack beard. You know how you have those lumberjack beards? Josh has this big like lumberjack beard in the movie. In the movie, in the story. Yeah, man. He's a man who makes like $30,000 a year. I already explained you the story, and he has a best friend. He lives with his best friend named Jake. KJ Apper, obviously he'll be Jake. And what? And then Jake is his best friend. He works at the bar with Jake. He works at a bar, and Jake and Don's family and Jake are envious of Josh's relationship with Don, and they end up turning on Josh and Don. It gets so bad, Don runs away with Josh. You're looking at an amazing story, amazing romance story. If you thought Twilight was good, Twilight, in my opinion, is one of the best romance movies ever made. In my opinion, the best romance movie ever made is Titanic. I don't think anything can top Titanic. James Cameron's a genius. Titanic is the best romance movie ever made, but Twilight is a close second to me. Twilight is an amazing movie. The first one. The other ones weren't as good, but the first Twilight movie was very, very good. Hence why I want that director who directed the first Twilight to co-write and direct Their Unique. And I'll pay her a nice $7 million to direct the movie. She'll co-write it with me. I'll pay her a nice, I don't know, $1.5 million signing bonus to co-write the script with me. And I'll pay her a nice $5.5 million to start production to direct me, because Their Unique is not that much work. It's a smaller budget, hence why I'm hiring cheaper. Hence why I'm not paying her as much, and it's not as much work as romance stories. You don't have to do any training. You're only looking at two months of filming for that movie. Hence why I'm willing to pay that director a nice $7 million, which is nice to direct. I'll have her co-write it with me, and she'll be directing Their Unique, obviously. And I told you, I thought of Christopher Nolan to co-write the organization, but Christopher Nolan is too expensive. He'll cost me $30+ million. Hence why I'm sticking to my guns. I'm gonna have the director who directed John Wick and Casino Royale compete for the role. So if I hire Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson, those two directors will be competing for the job, and the director who directed John Wick and Casino Royale, they'll be competing for the directing job for the organization movie Great Escape movie, obviously. Again, you guys can see the future. You already know who I'm going to hire. You already know if I'm going to direct against myself or I'm going to hire a director. You already know the director chosen for the organization movie. You already know you already know all the actors chosen for Their Unique in the organization movie. You already know. You can see the future, right? And that's how top notch my Scotch is coming. I'm gonna shut my camera for a second.